There are times in life that we approach these moments where we have to decide what it is in our life we want to keep and what it is we want to get rid of. And let me tell you something. Sometimes those moments are incredibly easy when you're like, yeah, I need to get rid of this because it's totally bad for me and I actually don't like it. There's other moments that we are so stuck in the middle between what it is that we want and what it is that we know is best for us that we think to ourselves, both of these are good options. I could toss this aside, I could get rid of this person, I could drop this habit, and I could move into a higher place. But at the same time, we also think to ourselves, you know, if I kept this person and I kept this habit and I kept this ideal that I have, that it's going to lead myself, ourselves, or them to a higher place. And, you know, there are so many times in my life that I have chosen to hang out with people that might not be the best for me because why? Because I hope that by being around them, I can make a difference. I have no desire to change them. You know, I've learned this so well. The harder that you try to change someone, the more likely they are to harden to the fact that they have no desire whatsoever to change. And that's fine. Like, it's not our job to change people. And I hope you know that. Like, you listening to this, you need to know it is not your job to change people. No, our only job on this earth, on this planet, which is the same thing, in this reality, is to change ourselves. It is only by changing our own internal atmosphere that our atmosphere and our energy will bleed into the things around us. Like, we have to go within. We have to go deep down to the darkest place of ourselves and make change. Make change with inside that space, that little bitty place that so few people are willing to go to. Because I'll be honest, when I look down at the deepest parts of myself, I look and go, wow, I'm a little bit evil. And you know what? It is what it is. We are all enlightened beings that have dark sides. There is no picking a side. There's no like, oh, I'm an enlightened person. Oh, I'm evil. No, that's not a thing. There's no picking. There's no picking. As soon as you pick to be on one side, the other side will fight back so hard. It will do everything in its power. Here, do you want some truth? Let me give you some truth, okay? I'm going to air this out, and I have students that watch this, and so I am not ashamed to say this. I am a smoker. I do not do it regularly, okay? I don't have a pack of cigarettes in my house right now waiting to be smoked. I don't. However, when I smell cigarette smoke, I want one. I grew up in a family of people who smoked. Everyone in my family smoked, except for my mother. She is the only person who did not smoke. That's it. And it's just part of my bondage. It's part of who I am. Like, I fall short of the glory of my highest potential, my highest purpose through cigarettes. You know, and I cannot tell you. There is no counting the numbers of times I've decided I'm not going to smoke anymore. I'm just going to stop. And then within a week, at the most, someone shows up in my life who smokes. Someone I know. Hey, Luke, do you want a cigarette? You want one? They show up. I'm walking home from my car to my apartment. I'm thinking I haven't smoked in a while. What do I see on the floor? A half-smoked cigarette. Sitting there, waiting for me. There to tempt me to see if I'm willing to break what it is I know is best for me, which is not smoking. Not smoking is best for me. Do you know why? Because when you don't smoke, you can breathe fully. When you can breathe fully, You can think more clearly. You know, I do not prescribe to any particular religion, I don't. But this is a great time to pull in Christian thoughts, is that the devil is there to tempt you at every moment. And it's in your moments of the highest strength when you feel so empowered with how truly in control you are of your own life that the devil comes in and offers you the easiest way out. Hey, there's a cute person over here. They smoke. They won't want to be with you unless you smoke too, which is how I started. I literally started smoking by dating someone who did. Like, that was the whole, like, it was love that tempted me. And I have no shame in that. No shame. It's part of who I am. You know, some people smoke, some people lie, some people eat really fattening foods, whatever. It's all the same. They're all vices. We all have vices. I was with some friends the other night, and all of a sudden, like, someone went to go, like, puff on someone else's cigarette, and someone else in the circle goes, you know it's going to make your lungs black. And I was, like, just listening, going, okay. And then he goes, well, I usually smoke weed, so it's fine. She goes, oh, well, that still makes your lungs black. And I was just like, I looked at everyone and said, are we really comparing ourselves to each other right now? Like, is that happening? Like, it's not our job to compare ourselves to each other. Like, we all fall short, you know? He might be smoking that cigarette, but you ate an entire box of donuts today. So it doesn't matter in the end. We all have our own sins that we participate in. Things that are part of our personality and part of our fall and part of our path. It's our path. That's what we're here to do. We are here on this earth to experience what it is that brings us down and what it is that lifts us up. It's an endless circle of down and up. Like, and I've said that before in different videos. Like, life is this. Life is not this. If you have a desire to make your life flatlined to where you don't do anything good or bad, you're just present and, oh, you're a good person and, oh, blah, blah, that's not living. That's not living. We are supposed to discover the things about ourselves that are dark. I said in a previous video, in the video Dark and Light, dark places are there so they can be shown to the light. That's what that's for. That thing that's being covered, like, oh, don't look at me, I'm negative, I'm evil, it's there because it's meant to be shown to the light. Like, and it's only by going underneath that surface of protection that's there over the darkness, when we finally get under it, we realize it's just another stone in the ocean. It's just one stone. It's one stone. And it's when I personally have accepted that that's my stone, that stone is there, and no matter what I do, that stone is inside my personal ocean. It's when I accept that stone and I look at it and go, I love you. I love everything about you. You're beautiful through all of your forsakenness. You're beautiful. We have to love the dark parts of ourselves to move forward. You know, people are so afraid of their darkness, but our darkness is what fuels us into the light. And you know, it's so hard sometimes to, like, sit here and watch people suffer and to go, I don't understand why you're suffering right now. Like, it's okay. Like, you are beautiful just the way you are. I am not here to judge you. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to... Oh, wow. And so that's where I am right now. Like, acceptance. Accept people for who they are. If you don't like it and if you think it's going to affect you, it's because you have a problem with yourself. That's all it is. If you can't accept someone for who they are, it's because you don't love yourself for who you are. And that's all. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Love people. Love them. Love them just the way they are, through all their flaws and all their faults. Love them. That's all everyone wants, right? We just want to be loved. And the greatest people like my mom, like, who literally would love me to the end of time. That no matter what I did, no matter what I said, no matter how I act, she will always love me. Because she believes in me. And it's only through the power of her belief in me that I've been able to overcome so many things in my life. Because she loved me anyway.
You know, we've had fights and we've had misunderstandings, and I've called her names and, you know, everything else. And she still loves me. There are so many parents out there that do not love their children for who they are. They want to condemn them and judge them and put them into a box. And let me tell you something. Putting someone into a box puts a layer between you and them. They're inside somewhere that has a wall, a force field that you can no longer get to because you chose to judge and condemn them. I just don't understand why people do that. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. There are some people that walk around and they preach and preach and preach, but they don't love people. They don't love people. They love themselves. And not like in a healthy way, like in a I'm so weak. They love their egos. Wow. Well, guys, we have our first cry on YouTube, and this is the longest single running video of all time. It's now at 11 minutes and 4 seconds. So there's my message. If you want to feel loved, love yourself for who you are. Love everyone else for who they are, and I promise you, you will find abundance of happiness that you've never, ever experienced. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we got to experience this together, guys. L to the 5th. I don't know when I'm going to release this video. It could be part of the weekly one or just a random one. I don't know. It needs to be there. It's going to be on YouTube soon. So subscribe. Wait, is it this way? Subscribe. It mirrors. Subscribe. Click like. Share with your friends. It's just one of those things. Share the love. Share it. Be the love. Be it. And most of all, accept the love in any way that it comes. Because as soon as you deny the love in any way, that source, that bank of love that you get, it will automatically diminish. And less love will come to you. If you want love, be love. Find love. Find love in everything. When someone speaks nasty to you, love them anyway.